Yay, another order for Vex, and this one contains two of their characters from the comic Forgotten Roots and about four characters getting into trouble and are just their lives and one of these characters I think is one of the four. Yeah, definitely. The other one is his student, a female. But since the client ordered feedback rain, uh, so just to reiterate, feedback rain is basically I have freedom over the characters. Like I could change their species and gender and etc. And even their as long as it is that character in some form, like I can make them into a transformer version. So I usually don't go that crazy, but for new clients, I take it easy and I try to not go too far just in case they didn't read the information. Like they sign off that they did. Um, but for returning clients like this one, I I know they understand, and so I sometimes I do go. I take full advantage of it, but this time I didn't too much. This time I just really changed the female, the student, and I made her male. And actually, I made her like it seemed like she's tearing out of her clothes, so she transformed into a male. And I figured her male version would be bigger than her teacher. And her teacher is about actually ace, so asexual, and I'm not sure if aro too. I think so. I think completely ace. So but she has a crush on him, and and so I like his nose. Sometimes I think uh, I read the reference wrong, but that's the that's the challenge of working with tune style against my style. I mentioned this before, so I won't get into it, but it's a matter of just translating a certain style into a more tune style into a more semi-realistic style. And but I think usually I do get it right, his nose. And he has this so this one is a mouse eye view. Um, I know I wanted him to be held, and the him kind of standing on her feet was a accident. I love those when it just comes together. And but what was I doing here? I think I went to get something. I think I did this really late, and I was hungry. So I think I tried to make something to eat really quickly. But cuz I needed energy. I was zunking. I was getting tuned out, tuning out. Um but uh but I still had the peace in mind. It's interesting to work so late. Most dream sketches, usually I do end up staying real late. Like right now it's 2 a.m. But and sometimes even like I don't sleep and all through the night until like 7. That happened a few times. So but this I was awake for this the food help I think. And did I no wait, that must have been a different pick. See, it's late. I'm forgetting exactly when was what and when. But I do remember the piece. And I I was thinking that her male version would have a goatee of sorts. What is that called? Just the hair on her chin. And I gave her a very, very slight mustache. Like you can barely see it here. I actually meant to make it a bit thicker, but then I got distracted. That happens sometimes. Um, I don't know. It's just I'm thinking of it, and then I'm about to do it, but then I suddenly say, "Oh, I need to do this loop of the hair," and then I switch over, and then I forget what I was doing before. But I think that's cute. Her hairstyle on the male structure, more solid facial structure. Like, well, I think it's cute. I'm not sure if she has pointy ears, but thankfully, feedback rain. I could do that. And sorry if I missed it in the ref. I can't remember exactly what the ref looked like right now. Sorry, facts. But and right here, I could tell like immediately that hand and forearm was just wrong. I mean, the hand was okay, but it wasn't the best. And but I decided to just switch over. And I like I like doing feet, like the curve of feet, but still not exactly to the shapeliness I know feet are capable of. So I try to work in feet, just the sole and the how it bends. Like that's why I watched this ballet blog on Tumblr, and that's really inspirational for what the feet can do and how it could look. And see, you can see here her torn up skirt. The character used to wear it's like a skirt, and so and I thought it would be. It was just a like most of this, half of this was an afterthought. Was just certain thought was a certain I did while I was working on the piece, and the only thing that was solid of sorts was the student holding the teacher by the ass and being a male and bigger, and that was the main thing. That's the main thing with stream sketches. Like the fastest surface is stream sketch, and that's why I try to. That's why I'm strict on clients like making note and why there's so little info or why there's limited information that I require from them, and why I don't like to get extra information or make changes or anything because I want to do it quick, like um, within an hour, so that I could move on to the next client and not have people waiting, you know. So and also a thing with process videos with stream sketches is that they take priority. So if I see a video order, then that becomes the next on the list. Like I'll do it all in one sitting, and instead of going back and forth, because usually at first when I started streams, I was going back and forth. I mean, I was going one at a time, and then that just seemed slow to me, and so I started switching it up and going in order, but like switching like after certain stages of each piece. And now I'm just all over the place most of the time. And like when I feel I just want to switch it up, then I switch to another order. Uh, and then I switch back to the other once I rested my eyes from it. But yeah, see with the feet, it's not as uh, not they're okay, but there's a few things I another good thing about stream sketches I could use it to. I like that angle, this angle of the and how the calves look in here. I like that a lot. And back to the subject. Um, so Yeah, I should change that hand. That hand should be changed soon, right? Hopefully, something. But so I think it should be bigger. And that thumb looks weird too. Another thing about sketches, it's like, when I see I made a mistake, I'm like, fucking. And I can't go back because it's a sketch. Like I'm not. It's not supposed. Another reason why I'm strict on not on no changes. I prefer no changes in the such with streams because I'll end up wanting it to be a full pro piece. And so I have to like discipline myself to not take it too seriously. Like make it look good to my standards, but it doesn't have to be pro standards. And I still have trouble with that sometimes, especially when I'm just having a ball with it. See, it's like my lines are too straight for sketches. And they've only gotten straighter, and the anatomy has just been improving since what, say, 3 years ago. And I'm just, oh, I love the background there, but and I like that dark and the light, how that was. But then I forgot. Oh, anyway, back to the. So yeah, I'm just fucking over. I'm just fucking myself over. It's like I'm getting too disciplined with it. But still fun, and I hope that I see another mistake. Yep, see sketches. Damn.